a good one. I saw that one this past weekend. That one was really good. Have you seen the original Gladiator?
Yes.
It's good. I mean, you know how I had my David statue. He was wearing a Charizard helmet for a while, or Charizard hat. No, he's wearing this. Don't know if you can see on stream, but yeah, these were the toppers for the popcorn buckets. This part opened up. It's pretty cool.
I love that.
Mm-hmm. Perfect. I also have the cup as well. I don't remember where I set it, but the cup also has a helmet topper thing on it. It's very happy. I don't always get the cups and buckets unless I'm really into the movie, but when I saw that it was the helmet from the first movie, which is not in the new movie at all.
Is it not?
No, it's not.
Hmm.
But they still it's so iconic from the first movie. They still used it in the marketing for the second movie.
Ah, fair enough.
Not MF Doom. Everyone assumes MF Doom, but it's like no, it's from Gladiator. It's crazy to me that so many people know it from MF Doom and not from Gladiator. Yeah, it looks like I hadn't even looked. Yeah, it looks like MF Doom uses just the front mask part and doesn't have the top spiky bit. Hmm. So it looks like he had a mask previous to Gladiator coming out. But then after Gladiator, he morphed the mask to make it look like the Gladiator one.
Right.
So what was his original mask? Oh yeah, his original mask looks more what do you call this? More masquerade, more well actually it looks kind of more like Doctor Doom, which I think is where he got MF Doom from, because I think one of his album covers does have Doctor Doom on it.
Hmm.
Let's see. Can I delete that and still get the image? Nope. You're just gonna get a long link in chat. But that's what the first one looked like. I guess you could open up here on stream. Let's see. Open up. There we go. Uh, Oop, there we go. That's what the original one looked like, according to Google, anyway. But yeah, then after Gladiator came out, he made it look like the Gladiator mask.
Ah.
Yep. But yeah, I have that the Gladiator, that ring that I wear sometimes.
Oh
You
yeah.
can be like, I love FF2, bro. No problem with FF2. But that's not where I wear it from. It's like the people when they see Demos in my name, they're like, "Oh, I also am a fan of Assassin's Creed Odyssey." It's like no, no. Like, oh, Warframe then. No, not Warframe. Little bit before that, try ancient Greek mythology. There you go.
Just a
That's
little
just
bit
where I got the
before.
name from. It's like, well, I even had the name before Odyssey and Warframe came out. At least I think before Warframe. I know definitely before Odyssey. When did
Yeah,
Warframe come
Odyssey
out?
wasn't that long ago.
Warframe came out 2013. Actually,
Odyssey
Warframe
was
would have come out
Warframe.
almost exactly a year before I would have had the name.
Odyssey 2018.
But yeah, I mean, still referring to the moon of Deimos.
Hmm.
Mr. Freeze, I will ban you. No, I wouldn't. But think about
He
it.
will. He will ban you. Think about what you're doing.
Do it. No, I
Yet.
won't. Yet. Ugh. My ears were plugged. But yeah, Gladiator 2 was good. What was it? Oh yeah, I was looking because I wanted to see who was going to be at my theater at any time soon. Well,
Hmm.
December. Coming soon. Ooh, Craven the Hunter. Can't wait to not see that. Okay. Why are they doing a re-showing of The Green Knight? I never saw it, but I didn't think it was a Christmassy movie.
I haven't seen it.
They're doing a showing of Christmas Vacation?
Oh.
Dang it! I think I'll be out of town. I'm not seeing it. I wonder if they're not going to do a physical release of it. Maybe I'm just
Hmm.
missing it. It's called War of the Rohirrim, right?
Yeah.
Lord of the Rings, War of the Rohirrim, and it is animated, correct?
Yep. Set some 100 years or so before Lord of the Rings.
Okay, it looks like it's only having a limited release.
It's probably not a big one, yeah.
Oh, dang.
It comes out sort of mid-December, I think, for us, and was thinking about Christmas Eve potentially seeing it.
If this is actually showing nearest to me, the closest one is like 200 miles away, and then the next closest is over 1,000. I don't think I'm seeing it at the theater. It's what I'm trying to tell you.
Fair.
Yeah, I guess they're doing a rather limited release over here. Well,
Yeah,
does
nothing's
it
that very long.
does it hit Amazon the same day?
If not the same, it'll be soon.
War of the Rohirrim. Says it's
Unless we read
scheduled
it
to be released theatrically on the 13th.
Unless it's not being in theatre and we misread it.
No, it does say theatrically it will be released on the 13th. Like I said, that there are theaters that are showing it. It just none of them close to be.
Oh, I see. That makes sense. Right. Yeah, Quinny had the idea today about maybe we could do that for Christmas Eve. I thought that sounds quite nice.
Okay, it does look like there are some theaters not too far from me, but it's not the one that I have my my thing through.
Right.
Okay, let's try that. There are no show times found near me at my preferred theater. That's crazy. Dang. Well, there are places I could see it. Interesting.
Fair play.
Wonder why they're doing a more limited approach though, and not like showing everywhere. I mean, that's close-ish to me, but that's still a ways. That's like 20 miles. Dang. Dang. I'm interested to see what they do though. So this one is. So it says Peter Jackson presents. What did he actually have to do with this one?
I'm not too sure, to be honest. Didn't realize he was actually involved at first.
Let's see. Starring Brian Cox, Gaia Wise, Luke Pasqualino, and Miranda Otto. So Miranda Otto's coming back.
Yeah, okay. I'll be the same character though, surely, given the time difference.
Maybe it is. It's only 183 years before Lord of the Rings. This okay, so this looks like it is going to be in Peter Jackson's Lord of the Rings universe.
Yeah.
Because specifically in the premises, it's set 183 years before the events of Peter Jackson's The Lord of the Rings film trilogy.
Unless Miranda's playing an
Suck
ancestor
it,
to Eowyn.
Rings of Power. Tells the story of Helm Hammerhand, a legendary king of Rohan, and his family as they defend their kingdom against an army of Dunelendings. Helm goes on to be the namesake of the stronghold, Helm's Deep. Well, that's cool. Miranda Otto as... Oh, okay. She is still Eowyn. They have her narrating.
Oh, narrate. Oh, so
which makes sense that you would have like her, like way back in the day.
Right, so that's how they're connecting it to the Lord of the Rings we know by having. I guess you could sort of see the animation as sort of a way she's picturing it, like like a storybook style.
Yeah,
it's an Eowyn story. She's telling the past, so we're seeing an animated form.
Little known fact: the people of Rohan were very fond of anime.
Yeah.
It was their favorite. I mean, you wouldn't know unless you looked at their bedroom and saw their anime girl body pillows that they all kept. I mean, you have to have something on the road, riding horses away from home all that time. Well, I don't want to read too much on that because that'll give away more of the story. I'm intrigued. I'm I'm still not fully sure I like the animation style, but
I'm in two minds.
yeah. I feel like a lot of animation now seems kind of cheap. Like it doesn't. I don't know. There's just something about like that '90s style where it was like a little bit more. Well, like not just '90s. I guess the '80s and '90s. Like some of the more action focused animation stuff. I think was better. I definitely prefer it to the animated Lord of the Rings movies, though.
Hmm.
I did not like how they made the hobbits look in the animated Lord of the Rings movies.
That was a horrifying.
It looked like
Yeah,
Cabbage
it was
Patch
a bit
dolls.
horrifying.
Yeah, they were like little Cabbage Patch doll people. A little scary. Yeah, I'm intrigued. That's what I'll say. I'm intrigued by it. Pretty happy with it. So, you have any streams coming up this week? Tomorrow or Friday?
Well, tomorrow is the release of the new DVD chapter, so gonna try that out. And then Friday, probably same again. I'm thinking try New Killer tomorrow, try New Survivor Friday.
Nice. Very nice. Yeah. That I'm US, so I'm gonna be doing Thanksgiving stuff tomorrow, Friday. I have no idea.
Mm.
This weekend I have to get my truck looked at. Nothing wrong with it, but because I'm gonna be doing a long drive here in December. So I just want to make sure have them give it the once over. Sure it's all good. Always a good plan.
Yeah, I'll finally have some more achievements to go for in DVD now. Gotta get my new adepts done.
You gotta. Yeah, I like doing the adepts. Those are achievements that I actually find fun to get. There's too many achievements I don't go for just because they're not fun to me.
Some of them are grinds.
Like the Assassin's Creed ones where it's like, go find all these little flags. It's like I don't.
Oh yeah.
I don't want to though. Like, especially because you don't really get anything for it either. Like, did you ever play? What was that game called? Crackdown. Did you ever play Crackdown?
I played a little bit of Crackdown.
I remember back in the day, Crackdown was very smart because people were buying Crackdown because if you bought Crackdown, you got to play the beta for Halo 3.
Oh, I see.
So a lot of people had Crackdown and like, well, I guess I'll play it. Halo 3's not out yet. But that one they had stuff where you would go and collect things, but like they had green orbs and stuff. But when you collected more, it upped your agility. So
Okay.
you actually got something for it that helped you in the game. Where it's like, well, it might not be my favorite way to do it. At least you got something out of it, and it wasn't like you had to collect them all before you'd get something. It's like after you collected a few, your agility would bump up a little bit. Collect a few more, your agility would bump up a little bit. And they had like different tiers for like usually it would be how difficult it was to get it.
Hmm.
And yeah, so essentially you would be like a superhero by the end of it. Remember, just like
Right.
jumping up, jumping halfway up buildings and stuff. My agility so high. That game was really fun. I never played the third one. I did play the. I don't think I ever beat the first one, but I did beat the second one with my cousin. That one was really fun. And never played the third one. I think it's on Game Pass. Um, yeah. One thing I did bust out though, I'm gonna hook it up here in the next couple days. My Xbox One. Uh, because I was gonna see what games that I had on there that I could play, like probably use that for Fable and stuff like that. Because that way I don't have to run it through Game Pass, the cloud gaming. Cloud
Hmm.
gaming, I mean, it worked all right, but even when I
Yeah.
played it without trying to run anything, I mean, it still had a few times where there was screen tearing and like the graphics trying to catch up a little bit. So I mean, I have it. It's not too big a deal to hook it back up, so figured I might as well.
Hmm.
Yep, yep. So some of those. Ooh, that's another one I want to stream. I want to stream Blue Dragon.
Oh, really? Okay.
Have you ever heard of that one?
I've heard of it. Yeah.
Yeah, it was done by basically like a dream team. You had like the people who did Dragon's Quest, um, who were I think the same people who did the Chrono Trigger and Chrono Cross games. Um,
Right.
and it's a turn base, so you also get like your Final Fantasy 11 people in there. The good old Final Fantasy, not the new crap. Yeah, I'm having shots fired. um, and you had the music by the guy who was doing the old Final Fantasy games. Again,
All right.
back with the good stuff. Yeah, it's a really good game. And yeah, I'm sad they never ported that one over to PC though. Been really nice. Um, yeah, I have that one on my Xbox. So yeah, there's quite a few quite a few older games I want to check out. See what I had. There's quite a few games that I used to have that are on PC that I did just end up repurchasing on PC because I prefer to play it there, but some of them just can't do. Annoyingly, people who even have legitimate copies of Fable 3 for PC have issues playing it now with since I got rid of games for Windows Live. It became a
Oh,
pain.
yeah.
Um, and they were saying for Windows 11, while you can play it, if you get the stuff they have to bypass the need for games for Windows Live, which again, like I said, for anybody who's like piracy, it's not they don't have it anymore. It's not supported. And they never patched the game for it. So to try and bypass that, um, there's still some other stuff you have to do to get it working on Windows 11. It's
Hmm.
not because Windows 11 is bad. It's just because the stuff is so old. So I think it originally came out
Yeah.
for Vista. I think is when Fable 3 came out.
You might be right there. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It just says Microsoft Windows. It doesn't say which one, but I'm pretty sure it was during Vista time. Actually, let me check on Amazon because I think there's still an Amazon listing for it. I think on there it did say Fable 3 PC. Windows Vista, yes, it does say that. My goodness.
I like that the whole games Windows thing. I like that some games have solved it. One example is actually Fallout 3 that got solved.
Fallout 3?
Yeah, it was not that long ago it got solved. They finally got that one out of the games Windows loop.
I feel like that one wouldn't be too bad because oh wait, no, that one was Bethesda. What am I thinking? Yeah, that one would be a bother.
I think because Microsoft took over Bethesda, they were like, right, we're going to fix Fallout 3 for PC.
Well, I mean, they also took over Lionhead, which
They
did
did,
Fable,
yeah.
and then they dissolved Lionhead.
Yeah.
I'm interested in the new Fable, like cautiously optimistic about it. One thing that it sounds weird, but I actually don't like that the graphics are so good. From watching the trailer, I like the kind of cartoony graphics.
Yeah, that's why. Like, I did enjoy Fable 3, but the first two is what did it. The first two are just brilliant, and I love that the first one is on Steam. I played that to death. But the second one still not on PC, which is really upsetting.
That was
so the only way I can play Fable 2 is obviously the cloud gaming, or just go on the current gen of Xbox and access the old library because it's all there.
Yeah. Because yeah, you can download them through Series X, can't you? Series X and S.
Yeah, because because obviously we'll be having a Series S for Christmas where we can just access our old library. I guess
it's a secret. You don't know that.
Secret present, yes.
Yeah, I mean, you should be able to do it on there. I remember back on the 360, playing the original Fable, there was some visual glitches that would happen. I remember my character. I don't know why, it's a random memory that I have, but for some reason he got the texture for leaves that was just attached to his back. So just like those brown fall leaves were just just there on his back. It looked like he had scales or something.
Oof.
Yeah, I loved the original Fable.
So good.
I like them all, but the original Fable, I remember getting my strength up and then using bows, and my dude was using strong enough bows that he would shoot people's heads off.
Huh.
I think that was one of the things too. It's like it was one of the first games like that where it's like, oh, you like behead people. But with the graphics on that one though, I mean the graphics for the timing they were good, but it wasn't even like the faces and stuff. It was like body proportions. Like even the Fable 3 toned it down, but they still had it where you'd have like a proportional size human, but his feet would be a little bit big. Or like his hand might be a little bit big, just kind of like in a cartoony way where the shoes are a little bit oversized. Something like that. And just looking at the trailer for the newer one, it's like this is just medieval people. Like it's just what it looks like. It doesn't have that nice cartoony, sarcastic flavor visually. Like audibly, yeah, they definitely still had that sarcastic tone, but the visual style, it looks too serious. My opinion, anyway. And I'm talk about things from the trailer, and I could just be showing the trailer as well too. But that one should be coming out next year.
Next year, okay.
It says it was expected 2025. Let's see. Let's go. There you go. I mean, like everything looks good. You still have some of the symbols and stuff from first one. Like his necklace is the very known Fable symbol, but like he looks like a realistic dude.
He's just doing his thing.
Uh, have you watched the trailer before?
I think I briefly watched it. I didn't really.
Yeah, like looking at these graphics and stuff, this looks more like I'm watching a trailer for the next Witcher game.
It doesn't feel like Fable to me. That's just how it is. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like it's too good. Fable is not a game that should have ray tracing, in my opinion. Like,
Yeah.
you don't need the realistic lighting. You don't need all that. It's weird to say. It's like I want worse graphics. Or it's not even worse graphics. It's I want stylized graphics. I want them to be more cartoony, more the Fable vibe.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong.
But
If this is even half of what the other Fable games were, I'm still gonna play the shit out of this game.
oh yeah.
But it doesn't mean that I can't critique it.
Mm.
It's weird though, like that monster that she just fought right there almost still has that kind of, I don't know the right word for it, the kind of simplified shapes and stuff. It has almost that cartoony vibe still.
It's the
But
elements are there.
the people don't. So it's jarring.
Yeah, I thought Fable 3's change was drastic. This is something else.
It looks like Stephen Fry is going to be back though.
That would make sense. That does fit the character.
Yeah. Who is this guy? I feel like I know him from something.
Yeah, Fable tried to make a comeback, but it didn't happen. They had a beta for a new game, and then it fell through. But then, I'm not sure how interested I was in that because it wasn't like a story-based game. It was just multiplayer, wasn't it?
And which one?
I can't remember what they were gonna call it, but it was like,
Are you talking about the Fable multiplayer?
yeah, didn't they?
Fable
Did they have, like,
Legends.
Legends, okay, yeah, because they had a beta for it. Then that's when they went away.
I'm
yeah, this game
really
ain't
sad I
happening now.
never played the beta.
I never played
The
it
idea
either.
was interesting. It was supposed to be a 1v5 where you had one person kind of controlling the minions and stuff like that.
I was a little bit excited because it was like, oh, Fable's back, because this was now on the Xbox One era. So it was like, oh, Fable's making a little comeback. Because obviously after Fable 3, we had that Kinect game that nobody cared about, and
Fable the Journey.
yeah, like even the guy, I watched the guy demoing the game. Even he looked bored.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I never played that. But yeah, Xbox One had this beta. I never got around to trying it, but then obviously it went away. I was like, oh, guess we'll never play it. But at the same time, I was like, it wasn't even a story game. It's like, where's our Fable 4? Where's our
Where is it?
I guess this is technically Fable 4, but they're not calling it 4, are they?
No. It seems like a soft reboot.
It's been several years now, so I guess new generation.
Assuming the game does well, I'm hoping that there is less of a wait for a next game. Like once they have the engine
Okay.
built out.
Yeah.
I would hope that there would be a next one. Because I feel like if they weren't intending to start a new series, I don't think that. I think they would have just called it Fable 4. I don't think they would have called it Fable because just calling it Fable, I think they're trying to go the God of War route, where
Yes,
it's like the
yeah,
story is continuing, but this is also this is a new game, new stuff.
yeah. That's the thing about the first three. You didn't need to play them all. Like there'd be like, the second one would have very subtle references to the first, but basically you didn't play the first. The third one, I mean, again, didn't need to have played the second one, but the third one was following on like your it played off that your father was the guy from Fable 2. But again, it was like loose.
Oh,
Like
and the third one?
yeah,
Yeah, I guess it did. I haven't played them in so long. I
like they
That's
never
one of my
required you to
goals for
continue.
this next year is to play through the Fable games.
Yeah, they were so good those first three.
Oh yeah, I played them. I played all of them through multiple times.
Definitely, yeah.
I think I beat the first one. I had to have beat that at least 6 times.
I
The
think I
second one I probably beat 3 or 4 times, and the third one I know I beat at least 3 times.
I definitely played the second one the most, followed by the third one. The first one I probably did play the least, but it's also the one I've also played the most recently because the anniversary is on Steam.
I think one of the funniest things to me is that you, Queenie, and I all had a Fable game on our top 5 games, but it was a different Fable game.
Yeah, Queenie's was Fable 3.
Yours was 2 and mine was 1.
Yeah,
One thing I
I
will
mean
say,
one is
Fable
brilliant.
3 did multiplayer better than Fable 2.
Fable 3 gave us multiplayer that Fable 2 was supposed to give us, from what I heard, and
Fable 2
Fable
wasn't
1
balanced, so they made you be a minion.
Fable 1 had probably the best story, but then the Fable 2 story, for me, that was my introduction to Fable, so it was most nostalgic. I had to go back and play the first one, and of course they made the anniversary edition, and I obviously have the anniversary on Steam now. But obviously with lack of Fable 2 on PC, I'll be having to go back to my old Xbox library.
Yeah. Nick wants to know how much of the 110 pounds is tater tots and how much of it is mashed though.
Well, once you eat it, it's all mashed.
Well, that's a question for me. The question for Bateman is how much of the 220 pounds is tater tots and how much is mashed?
I mean, when you think about it, as far as your stomach is concerned, all potatoes are mashed.
You.
Yeah, I'm sorry to have said that. I do love mashed potatoes, but I probably have this year probably eaten more roasted potatoes than mash.
Probably more roast potatoes. Roast potatoes are good. For me though, it would actually be more mash. I don't have tater tots that often. Not a lot of restaurants that serve them. And usually when they do it as like an appetizer, so they're more expensive than just ordering French fries.
I see.
I think the closest to getting a tater tot would be like McDonald's hash browns. Or I guess the closest would be Burger King's hash browns because they do them in like little nuggets.
Yes.
That'd probably be the closest to a fast food tater tot.
I like it.
Yeah. Oh, man. I need to go back and play Fable. I remember too because this was original Xbox. So when they came out with like Fable: The Lost Chapters, it's like, what's this? And I hadn't played it until until Anniversary came out. That's when I first accessed the Lost Chapters, and there's like a whole other section, uh, extra missions and stuff like that. There's like a whole new world, and I think that was kind of cool to me that I never experienced that on the original Xbox, because then because you can never play a game for the first time again. But it was like the closest I could get because there was new content for it that I never accessed before, and it was really nice.
Hmm. It does feel kind of weird now when you play obviously Fable Anniversary and you go on to Lost Chapters. It just feels like a random continuation after the big finish. Like, oh, story's still going. And it's like, okay, yep,
Yeah.
now I'm fighting a dragon.
Oh, they changed stuff too in Anniversary. Well, the thing is, I don't know if they changed it in Lost Chapters or just for Anniversary. Like, uh, what's his name? Jack, the bad guy.
Yeah.
He looked a little different, and his voice was different too.
Oh right. I have to look into
I
that.
forgot about that till just now.
I know one change they did was actually add Fable 2 style controls.
They gave it as an option. Yeah.
Yeah, it was not. You could have classic Fable 2, and obviously if you're on the Steam, you can have keyboard. I think keyboard they threw it as an option as well.
Yeah. I mean, I would still play on a controller.
Oh, it's a controller game. It's a button match game. Yeah.
Yeah. Did you also used to go through and kill everybody in the town and then buy their house and rent it? Did you not do
There
that?
were some dark playthroughs, I must
I mean, you didn't have to stay dark though. The-
admit.
For
I
me
had
with
this thing of
Fable,
having.
I would start the game like I'm gonna do my evil playthrough, and then I would get so far in, and then it'd be like I kind of feel bad, and then by the end of the game, I would have butterflies around me. Be like, I had to do so much good to make up for my misdeeds.
I did like the whole one with both the first two. Actually, I think the third one as well, maybe, but the third one was a bit more. The third one didn't feel like you could be like. I did it with all the first three, where you'd have one really goody playthrough and one bad playthrough. Then I see in the third one, it didn't really change the story; it just changed the appearance. But
I think the the first one and the first one was pretty good. The third one I think was the best with appearance change
oh
because
yeah,
the
yeah,
third one did women dirty. if if you were a woman who used a lot of strength in the second game, you just became like a beefy monster
yeah.
that barely looked human anymore. But like the men characters, you look like this big old buff. You look like Dwayne the Rock Johnson walking through Albion. But then, yeah, if you were a woman, you just you know, I don't even know.
Yeah, it's
Like the
crazy.
men looked muscular, but it kind of made the women just look overweight and not muscular in the game. It was I don't know how to even describe it. Like their faces became deformed. Yeah, I just remember
Mm.
it didn't change body shape correctly. Like they didn't really put time into like if a woman was to gain this much uh like muscle, like where it would actually go. It just it didn't look right. It was sad. Like they, uh, yeah, it was ambitious. I think that the third one did better, but you didn't really become as beefy. Like your muscles, from what I remember, like your arms got a little bit bigger, but they became like more defined, from what I remember. But you didn't like get huge, which I think was
Mm.
probably the best style for that one. Did you ever pull Harbinger from the stone? The stone? I can't talk. From the stone in the first game?
I must have done. I'm
The
sure I
sword in
did.
the stone?
I'm sure I've done. Yeah.
I remember looking up how to do it back in the day. I would I would intentionally keep my stats as low as possible.
I don't know if I did it on Xbox, but if there's a Steam achievement, I definitely did it.
If I remember correctly, you had to do something like I think you had to raise your strength. I think it was like by 5 or like by 7 points from the time when you first tried pulling the sword, or max out your strength. So I would keep my stats low and go and try it, and then I would then go spend all of my experience points and become beefy. Like, now I have the sword. I'm awesome. Let's go. One of the things I liked as well in Fable, I'm pretty, yeah, they did have it in the first Fable. Wow, you could tell I haven't played in a long time. Definitely. Um, I liked the wandering trader aspect of it, where you had some RNG and there was some armors that you could only get from the wandering trader.
Yeah.
Like they had usually it was like the dark and the light variants of armor. Like you could buy the regular one at the store, but if you wanted the dark or the light variant, you had to get it from a wandering trader and you had to rely on the RNG for it. And I
Mm.
remember times where I remember there was one where I was like in the middle of the bandit camp, and I found a wandering trader like going through, and I talked to him, I was like, oh, he's got the armor I need. I'm pretty sure it was the dark armor at the time, and I was like, I don't have enough money. It's like, what can I sell? Let me go do whatever. So I was trying to pull as much cash as I could together, just selling everything I had. It's like I could replace it later, but I might never find this armor again.
Oh dear.
It's just funny little memories like that to me are what definitely made that game was just the little panic, like it's gonna be gone forever. Yeah, I think it'd be kind of cool if someone was able to mod the game in a way where you didn't have the load screens. To actually like just go in somewhere or have virtually no load screen so it felt like less noticeable. That's one thing that I really liked for a mod that they had for Skyrim. Did you ever do much with mods on Skyrim on PC?
Did do a little bit, yeah. Mainly just change like the HUD and stuff. Just sort of
Um,
improve gameplay rather than go crazy.
let's
Oh, did your picture just come
see.
up?
Oh, my picture did come up. I hit a shortcut. A bad. Um,
I'm probably gonna have to call out soon. Actually, where's the time?
that is fair. Where? What did I? Oh,
Oh,
there it
love seeing the
is.
old Skyrim trailer though.
But there was a mod for it that made it so all the towns like Whiterun and all that stuff, there was no
Oh, no
load.
loading screens.
Yeah, you just opened the door and walked in.
Yes,
I
I open
love
cities
that
mod.
one.
Oh, I forgot all about that one. Yeah, open
Yeah,
cities.
there was that one. I actually used to have a guide on that I wrote for Steam that I had quite a few people use for one of the mods. It was there was a special bow called the Huntsman.
Yeah.
Um, that was a mod, but it was kind of cool because it was uh it was what's it called, compound bow. So it was like a modern day bow, and it actually had like a sight on it and everything. And they had parts in it so you could actually upgrade the bow, which was really cool. And I put in there, like I wrote a guide on where to find all the parts. But I believe I deleted it because I think they had to redo the mod for the newer version of Skyrim, and there was a couple people who were complaining because something was wrong with the guide. Like it's because it's for the old version of Skyrim.
Yeah.
The mod was redone. So yeah, I just got annoyed with people. So I don't know if I removed it or privated it or what. Yeah.
Fair.
the first little thing I did like that, writing on a forum.
Love it. Oh, yeah, that game I definitely played to death. Oh,
And I still
yeah.
never beat it.
Oh, I'm gonna sleep tonight thinking of Skyrim now. But yeah,
You're
I need my
welcome.
sleep.
And I'm sorry to Queenie. You're gonna be in the middle of the in the middle of the night, and he's just gonna hear "Who's from dodge?" Get pushed off the bed.
Totally gonna do it. Totally gonna do it. Oh,
All right.
but yeah,
Where should we
thanks,
where should we
thanks to
go?
thanks to the podcast though.
Oh, thank you. Always fun.
But where should we go? I have no idea.
I was gonna raid one of our new DBD friends, but they already ended stream.
Ah,
I'm looking. I don't even know. Well, actually, I know we actually did raid Chris recently, but Chris is playing that new Stalker game that I know a lot of people were playing before.
oh, okay.
Can check that out. It's not one I particularly had an interest to play myself, but it looked interesting enough that I was going to try and look up some gameplay for it. So this works. I have a few games like that. I want to try and get in and play some of the Resident Evil games, but up until now, I was never really interested in playing them very much. Like I liked 5 because it was co-op, but yeah.
Oh, yeah. I intend to play them because I've got the remakes of 0 to 3. Obviously, 4 does go on sale every so often as well.
Hey, if they remake 5 and keep it co-op, you down?
Probably. Wait, was 5 co-op? I thought that was 6.
5 and 6 are co-op.
Oh, there we are.
But yeah, thank you everybody for joining. We are going to be rating. Make sure to give Bateman a follow.
What?
Yeah. You going to be streaming DBD tomorrow and Friday, you said?
That will be the case. That's unless things change. That is the plan, though.
Very nice. Well, we'll see y'all later. Have a good one.
Bye.
Bye.